Hello, welcome to another episode of Trains and World Journeys. And today we are on the Birmingham Crewe route for Trains and World. We are on the PC. And we're in a Voyager. We are running the IH140650 Birmingham New Street to Manchester Piccadilly service. So, yeah, DR8, so open doors, and if I remember rightly, we have to go over, where are we? There we go. Let's get all these done. That one. Should be right. Okay, set the headlights up. You know the rules. We get a pic of our train that we are going to get a shot of. I don't think these work on the PCs much, to be honest. It's annoying, to be honest, but it's not going to be a very good picture, I'm afraid. But let's see what we can do. Exposure down, saturation goes. The sunrise a bit there. Yeah, let's bring it down. Rainy. Take that off. A couple of shots. We'll make a decision. Pendo 350, Voyager 324. Right.
The next station is Wolverhampton. This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly.
As it stands at the moment, we're being held at red. So we can find out why. Because we've got another train coming in. I suspect he'll be crossing over. Here, I suspect. Or it could be that one. We've got a Voyager coming in there, that's why. So also I am trialing out a new headset as well. I have a, I bought this ages ago. I have a Turtle Beach Recon 50 headset. I've got two Voyagers coming in. With that Behringer. Oh no, it might be Riesa. So yeah, we've got to wait. yeah, so I'm testing out this new headset. It sounds okay actually. We've got a 3G call going in. Double Voyager. Yes, this is on the PC, and the PC specs will be in the description of the video below. Sorry, the PC specs will be in the video, in the description of the video. Oh dear. There we go, we've got our green. Let's crack on. First stop is Wolverhampton. That'll be in 12 miles time. So we're ready to active what's laid. So we're calling it Wolverhampton, Stafford and Crewe. Should arrival time of 7:42 in theory, but I think we're going to be 8. You will hear me messing with the mic as I'm having a drink of milk. So overall, I have really enjoyed this. I did a stream last night. Did a live stream last night actually on PlayStation. Unfortunately, it crashed due to, I think it's, I was using the, I went into the journey thingy route. I forget of the route, went into journey mode, clicked on the first journey, and it just crashed for some strange reason. I don't know why. I've got to have a look at that. But usually, I mean, just to clarify things, I didn't carry on with the stream after that. When the PlayStation crashes, I lose the stream. If the game crashes on Steam, because I'm doing an external recording via OBS, it will still record. So in theory, I can start up again. So that's why I like recording, doing a live stream, or we'll be doing probably more live streams as well at some point on the PC. It is annoying on the PlayStation, and I just wish there was something that they could do about it where it just doesn't prep the game. I mean, I think on the Xbox, on Twitch, it pauses and then you just reload the game in and then start stream off again, sort of thing. But yeah, it's one of those things. So it's a down Hendo service. Actually, it's an up Pendolino service to Euston, because up to London, down out of London. Even if it would make sense, like we're below London sort of thing. I'm on the south coast, so basically I go up to London. To London is up. Even if you're at Glasgow, you're still above London, but you're going up to London. It's the railway terms. People these days, snowflakes, they don't have it. Oh, you're going down to London, especially if they're from Glasgow. You don't look up to London. They say you don't look up to London. You look down. That's just the way they're brought up. Old school, up to London. Right, let's crack on, get some speed up. So we're going all the way. We're going to Crewe on this one. Not many services do go all the way to Crewe. They stop for some strange reason at Stafford. I think because they go via a different route. That's a bit close up. Sometimes it's hard to read, so I have them on up close and take the glasses off. I think we just have fun with all coaches. Design. There could possibly be a few episodes on here of train sim journeys, and we'll just do the Zyro runs, we'll do the 150s, the probably 86 and 87s, so yeah. Kind of wondering now whether we're going to actually see an extension to London Euston and Milton Keynes, so they extend it to Birmingham. So then we have like London Euston, Birmingham, Crewe to Preston, and then Preston to Carlisle to Glasgow. Liverpool. I can't remember, but I think is that Grand Union Canal. I will try and endeavour to look out to find someone tell me why it's I don't know, someone will pick up saying it's Dudley or not doing it. See some over freight as well. Stuck with walls.
Mind the gap. Mind the gap.
Yeah, that's not announcements, that's my phone.
Mind the gap.
It's 9:30, so Ruhr's doing live. Rory Alexandra is a YouTube friend. He streams daily Gran Turismo 7 gameplay. And he does that Monday to Friday. And you make money out of it. That's a fair bit of money, to be honest. Enough that he doesn't work. I think his wife Erin goes out to work, but yeah, he stays home. He has the kids. The sun's behind us. It's an early morning run. 70. So let's get them right away with 70. So that's all I'll have there. Next station is left. So we are 2.2 miles away from Wolverhampton during platform 1. So I have the frame rate in the top right hand corner underneath the distance meter. Repeater. Oh, the reason why we've got 30 is because we've got this flight deck. That's the 30.
We are now approaching Wolverhampton.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
well, some stations you do come in on like a gradient run as well. Stop up on car mark 3, 4, 5 and 6.
This is Wolverhampton. This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly. The next station is Stafford.
Hopefully we'll see if we can do a pull away, shall we? Let's crack around that. 15-mile run, stuff like this. You wait to come in there. Hopefully we'll see, I mean, to be honest, I'm going to discuss it here. Could there be a possibility of Eastleigh to Port? Or something like, I mean, Eastleigh to Port would be the logical thing, I believe, because there's a fair amount of services for the four-port calls that terminate. And then you'll just get the ECS into the sidings. There's also services that go to Weymouth, so stopping at Poole would be ideal. Personally, I would prefer to have the Hamworthy branch in. So there is the possibility of freight turning to Hamworthy branch, and we've had freight there in the past, and also the test train there as well. One reason for Poole, also because between Poole and Bournemouth you also have Hearthstone and Branksome. Branksome is the depot where the 444s and 450s get serviced overnight. The Voyagers used to, but they used to leave the engines on all the time overnight, and the residents complained, and so it was made. The decision was made to move the servicing overnight of the Voyagers up to Eastleigh. So that's the other thing as well. On the way from Eastleigh down to say Poole, you literally have Eastleigh Darlington, you have Eastleigh Stabling Point Depot, you also have Eastleigh Yard, you have Denny's Yard, you have Northern Depot, Southampton, Western Docks, Eastern Docks, you have Southampton Millbrook, Southampton Maritime. So those are two Freightliner depots. The other two, Western Docks and Eastern Docks, are places where they load and unload cars. Cruise ship tours go down there. Other freight goes down that way as well. Aggregate traffic to St Denis. Also get aggregate traffic down from Westbury down through to Botley. So that will come through the link from Romsey Way at the top end, North End Eastleigh Station, round the back of Eastleigh down across through to Botley, go around the Portsmouth direct route, sorry. So you'll have various depot movements. So you will have ECS moves to Northern, Eastleigh, Bournemouth to Poole, Bournemouth to Northern for the 444s, Poole to Northern, and 444s, Bournemouth to Bournemouth Depot for the 444s, 450s, and the same with the 444s. There are 158 and 159 runs from Salisbury to Bournemouth as well. They're ECS runs. 455 runs, which really don't really matter now because the 455s are going. So the 444s and 450s ECS runs. There's also ECS runs. There's runs literally from Southampton to Weymouth, Weymouth to Poole, Poole to Southampton, Brockenhurst. So there's you look at the stuff that's on the real timetable, the working timetable. Then yeah. There could also be, if you want to do it, they could include the stone train to Hamworthy and sand, but that would be AI. You'd also be able to run the voyages from Bournemouth to Southampton. When they stop at Southampton Airport Parkway, a logical place would stop them would be to stop them and change drivers at Southampton. Although they don't do this, the drivers run from Bournemouth all the way up to Birmingham, and Birmingham back to Bournemouth. Let's crack it on. Might as well leave it where we are because we've got about 5 minutes an hour restriction on that. And also this as well. Freight. Well, primarily freight on the route will be run between Eastleigh and Southampton. Basically, it will be container traffic, which is the majority. There's also aggregate traffic as well, but there's engineering trains or engineering infrastructure trains run from Crewe Junction down to Eastleigh as well. But the majority of traffic is automotive as well. There's a car train that runs from there's also like military services every now and then. Stuff in Didcot down to Marchwood, which is a military port. Do apologise. No oil trains or petroleum trains to Forley because they don't run anymore. Stuff. But yeah, the majority of trains will be container intermodal services, and they're run by Freightliner. They run from majority of the time from Southampton Maritime Container Terminal. There's also like a Freightliner terminal down there as well. So perhaps you can see possibly, as well as having 66s there, possibly 08 in Freightliner livery.
We are now approaching Stafford.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
So yeah, you'll be. The good thing is with the freight, with having Eastleigh as a stop point, is that a lot of the freight stops at Eastleigh for driver changeovers. Some doesn't. Some just goes all the way through. The majority of freight stops at Eastleigh for driver changeover, which is really really good.
Cross Country service to Manchester Piccadilly, calling at Crewe, Wilmslow, Stockport and Manchester Piccadilly.
And the other thing as well is that some of the freight services, so basically, just to say, you're going to do an intermodal run from you're doing an intermodal run from Eastleigh to Southampton Maritime Container Terminal, say 10 concerts or something like that. You are literally going to pick up the service as it comes into Eastleigh. Obviously, you'll either get the green right away, or you'll get held at the red. Train service will go through, boom, and then you start going. Your container service, it will take possibly a 30-minute, 45-minute run to get down for about 10 miles. Down to Southampton Maritime Container Terminal.
The next station is Crewe. This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly.
So basically, you're running. The stupid thing is, it's only a few miles to Southampton, but you've got to negotiate one of the busiest areas on the south coast, which is Southampton. You've got 2 lines running into Southampton Tunnel. And yeah, it's sometimes it can be pretty chock-a-block there. It's the first one now. Right down the thing, make that. Oh, wow. Going a bit fast. There we go. Cups of tea all over the place. So your journey that over a couple of miles could actually end up taking you 30 to 45 minutes because you're being stopped to let other traffic through. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting run. So basically, units you can have class 387 on the Portsmouth, Southampton, Brighton runs, 377s on the Southampton Brighton runs, 444s, 450s, class 221s, 220s, sorry, 66s. You could probably get away with having 37s going through because they look down there every now and then on trains. Stuff, you know, stuff running into and out of Eastleigh, Arlington, which could be amount to 47s or any sort of other class loco, really, 20s because we get them down there. So there's an awful amount of, probably wouldn't get 31s, but you could probably end up using them. Various, you could have Mark III coaches, stock moves, everything. So yeah. You could probably, I mean, they've even had 90s down at Eastleigh, so I could say at a stretch you could probably even include like certain trains with coach movements down to Eastleigh with overhead electric locos in to say be done for coming in for touch-ups. You can have the 802s and the 801s come down to Eastleigh. Yeah, the L and the R stuff and GWR IETs, they do run to Eastleigh for checks. So yeah, there's a lot of traffic. AI traffic could be, or stuff that's, you know, stuff that's moved out the depot, sort of thing. You can run it from the depot into the station, boom. So yeah, it's test trains that run to Eastleigh, down to Rhein and that. So yeah, there's an awful amount of traffic that you could have. So yeah. Right, we're 20 miles from Crewe. This is probably the fastest section to go there. So yeah. So most of the time, the voyages will go off at Stafford. We should see freight round here. So overall, I think it would be a good route to have, and also you get engineers trains that go to Crewe as well, stuff that runs around. So yeah, it'll be an interesting run. Liverpool studios have done a really, really good job with this. Well detailed. On the PlayStation, I have had it where the textures have gone. You've got low res textures until they sort the issue out, which they have as to do before. Then you can still get Pendo on the way down, the way up. Get these at Crewe. They used to do pool, the services, they used to do pool, but the Voyager services were Virgin services, but then they stopped going to pool because they said the run round time isn't sufficient for when the service, what they wanted to do, the service level they wanted to run. So in the early days of the Cross Country franchise, when they took over, they stopped the services going to pool, and they all started and stopped at Bournemouth. This is the reason why, the only reason why that the services, the Cross Country services, and I'm talking intercity back in the 70s and 80s, services started from Poole, was because they were not allowed, the trains were not allowed to reverse out of Bournemouth Depot into Branksome. They literally had to come down to Poole, loco first, to run round into the run round side of things, like the old steam trains did in those days. And they ran round in the sidings and the services started. That's the only reason why we had intercity services, because they were not allowed to push the stock out of Bournemouth, out of the depot of Branksome. Well, it's Bournemouth Depot, but it's just off the Branksome Spur depot, the Branksome Station Spur. So they weren't allowed to push them out of, reverse them into the platform at Branksome, and then drive forward off to Bournemouth. So the locos had to come down to Bournemouth into the run round sidings. They had to run round, wait, and then a few minutes, then they'd come into the station, and they then go from there. And we had services to Newcastle, Derby, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Crewe, Liverpool, Manchester. Most of the services now these days from Bournemouth just go to Manchester only, and that's it. It's a bit of a shame, really, because there's decent services going to Newcastle. I think it was the 5+9 train to Newcastle. It threw up a few surprises sometimes. You'd have a 33 on it as far as Reading, or 73s. So. It threw up some services, some surprises on the services that were ran. yeah, it seems kind of a shame now that we've got a 40. Right, so let's put that down. Chuck on the brakes. Haven't had many TSRs on there. I do think it's great having the addition of the temporary speed restrictions. To be honest, I wish they were longer. It would be great to see Eastleigh's pull through in the game, but yeah, I mean, it has to have the addition of the key branch. It has to have the key branch now. So there's a TSR there as well. Look. Advanced warning of TSR. 4.9 miles away from Crewe, and we're coming out to check the audio on this as well, because I think it's quite good out for the game audio. So you've got to slow down anyway, although we've got 80, we've got 2 yellows coming up, so that's Liverpool yard there. I think. So if you think back to the Spirit of Steam, this, when you went to Crewe, you came down to Crewe from Liverpool. This is where we are now. Is the bottom edge of the room. This is basically Hall Yard. This is where you used to go for dropping off all your locos and everything. WS66 over there, look. To the yellow 158 at the depot. Trains. Crewe, and then we got 240 miles to get out to it.
We are now approaching Crewe.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Some 87s and 86s in the local services limited thingy. Perhaps there may be a 90 there in the future. So that's where we're stopping. Over there. Yeah, Spirit Trials and the 86s. Fusion 3 over there. And the Zyro and the Zyro there as well. It's a decent run on the XP as well. We've got 15,000. So, yeah. I'm going to stick with the RM as well. Voyage service, we're dropping in the state. It's been a good few years since I've been to Crewe.
This is Crewe. This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly. The next station is...
Down in the lift shaft. Oh, 15,801. How did we do? Distance driven 7,350. Objectives completed 2,250. Use safety decisions 6,300. Speeding lose 617.5. On time bonus 45. Accuracy bonus 474. So yeah, did kind of okay kind of thing. We're gonna click back to the main menu. Yeah, it's a nice, interesting run actually. To be honest. Yeah, sorry, I sound a bit of a stretch there. I mean, it's nice to have. I mean, now we've got London Euston. Just looking at the routes what we have got for the West Coast Main Line. So everything's all sorted A to Z. So I mean, come on, we've got. I think it's high time, personally speaking. We've got East Coast Main Line here. We've got Cathcart Circle, East Coast, Edinburgh, Glasgow, 5 circles. So we've got Scotland. We've got Northern England sewn up. Southern England, East Coast Way, Great Western Express, Brighton Line, London sewn up, London Underground, London Overground, Mildmay, Gospel Oak Barking, Riviera Line, Midland Main Line, Manchester Airport, Northern again, Northern Trans Pennine, Peak Forest, Northern, Riviera Line, Southwest England. Wouldn't it be easier if I just did click United Kingdom and confirm it? There we go. So it's weird how it just like A to Z. It just brings up. So you've got Birmingham Cross City as well. Bernina Line is nothing at all to do with us. You've got Blackpool as well, which I don't. Oh, I have it there. East Coast Main Line. So you've got Northern. You've got all the major east, northeast, north, southeast, southwest, east and west, Wales and Scotland. The closest one to us we have is the Isle of Wight, which really is a bit. But I mean, to be honest, they probably end up doing, which someone did mention, they probably end up doing. What's it called? Portsmouth Direct, London Waterloo to Portsmouth. They'll probably end up doing that, to be honest. Which I think is a cop out because Waterloo to Portsmouth line, it's busy around. Yeah, you could incorporate. In fact, I don't think I have it. I do. So you can incorporate part of the Southern and the 387 services into that part of the route at Clapham Junction, and some freight, which will be AI only. But then there's hardly any freight, if any, that runs down Portsmouth Direct. All it is would be 444s, 444s, 450s, and the odd probably 458 if I remember rightly now. All the 701s, but they won't bring them to the game. If the 450 and 444s they'll bring, and it'll just be a bit boring really, to be honest. So it'll be a lot better doing Eastleigh to Poole because it's more of a what you call it. But you bet their bottom dollar they won't do Eastleigh to Poole, they will do Waterloo to Portsmouth. You know, that is it. So yeah, which is a bit disappointing, to be honest. But yeah, guys, if you are not sure how to use your filters. So say like you want to check to see if you've got all the DLC, let's see Southeastern Highspeed, because we know that's going to be big. So just click into that, click on Southeastern Highspeed full. It has 40 out of 40 layers. Click on your layers, okay, it will tell you unselect all and then select all. It will then tell you, it will grey it out, saying that you haven't got it. I don't, special TGV services not owned. So I don't have the French route on here. I have it on the PlayStation, but I do not have it on the PC. So I've only got 39 out of 40. But everything else that I have. So if I just confirm, it will now say I've got 39 out of 40 layers. It's same with, yeah, it's just that I haven't got the TGV. So, yeah. I think my lot's down here somewhere. He says. BCP, that's Bradley's. Correct line, I think that could be one. Have a quick look. Let's just click that on. So I'm not sure if it is. We're not going to do it because this is going to be the end. I'm not sure what episode this is. I think it might be 10 or 11 of Train Sim World Journeys. But yeah, it's been a good journey. We've just been going for over an hour, so thank you for sticking with me if you have. I really do appreciate it. You can catch me streaming on Saturdays, Thursdays and Mondays. Train Sim World? Okay, what is it? I don't know, I don't think that's mine. You know what? I don't think that is mine. 531. No. That's not the same one. Hey, what else have we got while we're here? DB66 is booked. DB66 is booked. EWF66 is booked. We've got Railhead Treatment Train 66 is booked. And 250 is booked. So yeah, but anyway, that is going to be it for tonight. I mean, for the engineering trains as well, you can always have the have these wagons, and they can create like J&A type wagons as well, which will be awesome. So yeah, but anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today. I hope you have enjoyed the little run up the West Coast Main Line in the Voyager. If you have enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit the sub button, always hit the bell icon as well, so you'll be notified of when I go live, when I create content and upload it, which will be these type videos, also my real world train videos, shorts as well, they go up, and also when I make posts, community posts as well. So also considering becoming a member of the channel. If you go to the channel, hit the membership or join button, and it will take you all through the details of what you get for your £3.99 a month. Anyway, guys, thank you all very much. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Have fun.